Anyone out there? 4 persons, 5 persons? Listen. Clearly. Let's turn on this music. Clearly, I am cursed when it comes on to doing this stream because I'm having issues like no other. The bitrate from OBS keeps dropping similarly to when did we try doing this stream again? Wednesday night, Thursday night, Tuesday night, one of them? Yeah. Right now it's good and all dandy and all that jazz and blues, but trust me, issues. I'm like watching this like a hawk right now. Just hoping that this doesn't drop. As you can see, that's the reason I even stopped the stream a while ago, because I had it up. It was starting to drop from OBS. I don't know what the issue is, but here we are for now. Let me just delete the old stream there. Even have a slight headache. Wait, Crunchyroll, Kun, Worldo. Jeez and peace. How is everyone doing tonight? Of course, if you are new here, probably I should put like a pinned comment in the chat. So for persons who are not familiar with me, who are coming in, who are just going to automatically assume that I hate Boruto, because obviously that's not the case. Coming, guys, coming. I'm hoping to have a productive discussion with you guys tonight. Hoping that the stream holds up. Let's see, live. All right, let's delete this one. Do. Guys can see and hear me properly, right? No issues, no nothing. We Gucci. Oh wait, hold on. I think I have the old chat on the screen. So at least. Doom, and there we go. Like button, sub, live chat. The only difference. Oh, there we go. All right. All right. How are we looking? How are we sounding, people? Let me know. Time skip. Yeah, same here. To be honest, I was kind of expecting that we'd be at the post time skip by now. Hold on. Just plug this out. All right. 3652. OBS going good for now. Guys. All right, so I guess let's start. I guess you guys can see and hear me well. Good night, everyone. Hope everyone's doing great. The manga was on fire, but now it's cooled off. Yeah, trust me, it is pretty cool right now, but that's to be expected after everything that was building up to the fight between, you know, Pro Tag Team and Ishiki and Momoshiki. So that's to be expected. I'm not really complaining about that. Are we sounding good? Bitrate decent. Alright, good. Think you guys can see and hear me good. Make sure to like up the stream, guys. Share it out. Well, probably I shouldn't even advise you to share it out because because this stream is cursed with issues, people. Honestly, but I'm gonna rough it out and so it goes. But just fair warning, if you see this stream start to buffer, that means I'm having some serious issues with OBS pushing stuff to YouTube again, which I hope isn't the case. But anyway, welcome guys to the quote-unquote end of month live stream. This is what the stream was supposed to be a few days ago, but due to issues which, you know, I couldn't really help, it's not really my fault, we had to reschedule for tonight for the most part. But welcome again to those of you who are in that stream and are here tonight, or if you're just passing through and you're up for having a, you know, very conductive, productive, whatever kind of productive discussion when it comes on to the Boruto franchise. So I think I've kind of set it out properly, our best as best as I could put it in the description for the stream. But essentially, the whole purpose of this stream or the discussion is that Boruto as a franchise, whether it be anime or manga, has been getting relatively positive reception from its audience and kind of to a degree the general anime community, I would say, as of late. But obviously that wasn't always the case, and what I really want to kind of push forward with this discussion is that now that it is quote-unquote good, were the persons who are trashing Boruto in the beginning, are they justified? Are they not justified? Is the recent positivity when it comes on to the writing with the anime and the manga, does it make up for the quote-unquote rocky start that the franchise had? You know, little discussions like that. Of course, being the quote-unquote end of month live stream, I am open to talking about other stuff outside of Boruto, so feel free to throw whatever you guys want to throw at me. So yeah, that's the basic gist of it. If anybody comes in and starts, I think I've lost like 5 persons unsubscribed from from I put out this stream last time a few days ago. So yeah, but it is what it is. But before I even get into my points, I want to hear what you guys are saying. Some people angry at Naruto Sasuke are embarrassed, so old fans have turned away for good. New gen fans who are not Naruto fans can be built. That's true, Jake. Welcome, Jake, by the way. Respect for all the love and support as per usual. Yeah, I agree. Persons will always be angry at with the whole Naruto and Sasuke thing, because even I was showing a friend the whole Naruto and Sasuke versus Jigen fight, and not that he wasn't pissed or anything, but he just felt like Naruto and Sasuke were nerfed in the fight. So little stuff like that persons are always going to be a bit picky on. So it's kind of that's true agenda. Yo, trust me. Everybody, it's kind of like I said in that collab I did with She Calls Me Betty. Well, he's man like Betty now. Where we were talking about Amado and, you know, kind of referencing for Neverworld's theory about him potentially being from the future. You know, since the arc seems very, you know, similar to like the Android arc in Dragon Ball, so that would be wild. I must say, I do say so myself. But it would be an interesting way to tie back the whole anime only, the time travel arc with Urashiki, as iffy as that arc was. It'd be an interesting way to tie back the whole time travel aspect, I would say. But anyway, so here is the long story short thing. Boruto, is it trash? No. Were the persons who are trashing Boruto in the beginning justified? I believe so, yes. Does the recent positive reception, recent positive strides in the story make up for all the rocky start? Not completely. Those are basically the long story short answers, which I'll be going into. Saying any time skip show arc needs to be, so take notes from Tokyo Revengers. I haven't gotten Tokyo Revengers yet, but I've heard nothing but praise from it. But yeah, I know in terms of like the time travel thing or the possibility of it, it's always kind of sketchy. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Time travel can kind of make or break your series, and in a series like Naruto, where like time travel, there we go. So while not as bad as the last time we did this live stream, The again, just putting the disclaimer out there, OBS continues to drop in terms of the connection for some reason. The bitrate just hits zero, and that's when the buffering kind of comes in for the stream. So again, apologies about that. I don't know. This is like not that this hasn't happened to me before, but this is the first time it's happened so consistently. So again, apologies, but I think we kind of are good again. So let's continue. So as most persons may or may not know, there is an interview out there when it comes on to, I believe, Kodachi, Ikimoto, Kishimoto, and Shonen Jump. I believe so. Maybe plus or minus one or two of those persons. But the whole idea was that Boruto initially was supposed to be a reboot of Naruto. Persons may or may not know that at this point, and it ended up being what we have today, a sequel. So obviously there was oh, there we go. For now. Alright. Yes, as I was saying. Um yeah, so it was kind of after a rocky start, and uh, alright, I think we're back again. Jeez and peace. So wow. I am hoping this doesn't keep happening. But anyway, um yeah, so it pretty much sucked when Boruto started in 2016 with the manga recapping the movie. I mean, from I know it was mainly just what Dragon Ball Super and Boruto, but it kind of seemed like the time that series were kind of starting this trend of redoing their movies in anime arcs, and the fact that we only got the movie just like 12 months before the manga started, or a little less than that, is kind of like shit. We're starting the manga with stuff we've already seen, and for the most part, I do know it was to kind of whole set up the whole fact that Momoshige. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Zaza keeps saying OBS for some reason it keeps dropping to zero kilobits per second, and yeah, then it's just like the stream just keeps buffering up from that, obviously. So I don't know what's the issue. I've done speed tests. I mean, everything seems fine that in terms of that, so I'm not sure what the issue is. Might be an ISP thing, I don't know. It's wild. um. So where were we? So yeah, Boruto manga didn't really wasn't really the best thing in terms of having the manga recap the movie. And to be honest, yeah, I know starting things off like that to set things up for. Alright, so honestly, I don't know if this is going. I don't even know if this is going to work. Honestly, or at least work consistently, because honestly, pure foolishness, people. Pure foolishness. I have lowered the bitrate by 1,000, so it's at 2,500. Um, but no promises on if this is going to remain constant. I'm hoping it does in terms of actually working. Whew, Paradox, are you still here, man? And everybody else, respect for sticking around or at least refreshing our circling and coming back to see if the stream starts working again. Respect as per usual. At one point I was gonna say yo, just give up on the stream, but let's see. So who is here still? Let's get some messages in the chat from you guys in terms of who's here. Do. Alright, good. Who wants to like vote and say we just kind of give it 2 minutes, just make sure that it doesn't drop or anything before we continue into the discussions? Everybody would be cool with that. Let me know. 5 of you guys here. Yeah, to be honest, I was kind of expecting that we'd be getting rain by now, but it sounds strange to say I'm disappointed that we're not in a storm, but I was expecting some rain at least. How is everybody else? Connection still going strong? You know what's going to happen? And I call this a typical case of my usual luck. Is that whenever we decide to say, okay, let's just continue with the discussion, boom, start problems again. But alright, let's continue with the discussion though, and I guess if it continues to be consistently good, I would ask you guys to share the stream again after that. So let's continue. So as I said, the basis for tonight's discussion is in the description below. We're discussing Boruto from both sides, those who hate it, those who love it, are they justified, etc, etc, especially based on the recent positive things that have been happening for the Boruto franchise in terms of reception. Has the change in, I don't want to say direction, but has the improvements made suffering through the rocky start worth it? Let's get a conversation going, people. Alright, so I'm gonna cross my fingers and say, okay, it does seem like the stream is good to go, so I guess you guys can share it out. Do. I wonder if the bitrate was really the issue. Mm. Hold on. Did I re-share this back out? Hold on, guys. Yum. Create post. Alright, I think we are good to go. Paradox, it looks like you're the only one left here. Am I right? Everybody else just bail out. Do. Mm. Okay. Alright. Alright, so as I'm saying, guys, like the start of Boruto wasn't really the best thing. I know you guys are probably tired of me saying that because of all the issues I have to be repeating myself essentially. But yeah, Boruto and the start wasn't the best thing. The manga recapped the movie. We recapped the movie with the sole purpose of setting up that whole karma implantation and Boruto storyline to, you know, segue into where we are now in the story. But would you guys say that setting things up for Momoshiki to implant the karma, at least when it comes on to the manga, do you think the pros outweigh the cons? I know it led to us having the story we have now, but to kind of suffer 9-10 months through recapping something that you just saw a few months ago, let me know what you guys think. Because granted, as I said, I didn't necessarily read it from month to month. It's really and truly when I started reading the manga, I think we were on chapter 24, 23, give or take. Those were the latest chapters at the time once I started reading it. And I remember going into it and saying, yo, like, this is worlds apart in terms of having my interest when compared to the anime. I was like, a breath of fresh air because I think the anime started off decently, but it kind of just eventually devolves into shit, where is this going kind of vibe. So yeah, let me know, guys. Let me know who's here in the chat still or in the stream. Do. Alright. Wonder if I can push bitrate back up a bit more. Find it odd if it really is the bitrate that was giving me all these problems all this time. Alright, we're still good. Alright. Cool. Let's see. Alright, let's kind of segue and push up back the bit rate. There's experimentation here on my side. Well, the only two persons left in here. At least 35. Play. Okay. Alright. Think we might be good to go. Oh. Okay, it seems like when I go too high with the bit rates, that's when That's when it starts to suffer. Which I find to be very strange. Alright, let's go back down. Alright. Think we are good. Alright, so yeah. Some strange reason, I don't know if it's because of YouTube, but it does seem like the lower I put the bitrate, the more consistent OBS remains. I'm gonna just put it back to 25. Alright, so people trickling rock. The whole storm thing. Storm thing go. Settings. Output. 25. Fast. Profile. None. Gary B. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that would be really wild. if I'm, I mean, it would be a very interesting way to have Urashiki come back and like fully canonize him as well. Because I think one of the things I'm looking out for as we go further into the manga is for those little things that can really tie the anime back to the manga. Like, you know, when we got the whole revelation that the whole trip to the Mist Village was referenced. It's little stuff like that I'd actually want to tie things back up. So it actually feels like a lot of the stuff in the anime was actually worth watching. So yeah. So I think we're good to go. Let's get the discussion fully underway. I've set my bitrate to in OBS to a decent amount and it doesn't seem to be dropping anymore. It's only when I put it up to about 3500 it started dropping for some reason. So yeah. But anyway, so as I said, long story short, in terms of the four big questions for the stream, do I think Boruto is trash? No, obviously not. I review, react, and discuss it quite a bit on this channel, obviously. Does the positive reception, the strides towards making the series a bit more, holding the interest of the audience more, is this new positive direction, does it make the rocky start justified? Nah, definitely not. William, what's up, man? What's up? I've been having a bunch of problems since night with the stream, but I think we're good to go now. Janu. So yeah, as I said, a lot of the persons who were trashing Boruto in the beginning, they still to a degree trash Boruto now. And despite the positive reception, despite the improvements that Boruto manga and anime has had, a lot of persons in the general anime community refuse to give it a try. And the question is, are they justified? Has the positive change in Boruto's writing, or I guess catching the interest of its audience, does it Woo, there we go again. Alright, since my temporary fix was just that, a temporary fix. William, if you're still here, or if you've refreshed and came back in, it's not really about, okay, it's not straight up just me caring if they're trash or not. I'm just trying to have like I guess a constructive discussion on the topic. It's really and truly, or more so that. So as I said, the general idea is that Boruto has had a lot of positive reception in recent times. But a lot of persons, the general public, they still would trash it and not really get into it or give it a shot. So it's really a question if is there hate still justified? kind of speaking about it from both sides of the coin as a person who likes Boruto, but at the same time who can understand why persons would still trash it, etc. So stuff like that. As I said, the best way to talk, well, I guess the best way to describe tonight's discussion topic is in the description. It's in the description, so yeah. Even no. Still. Alright, hold on, give me a sec. Like literally the amount of times I've kind of shut down and restart OBS. It's not even funny if I'm being quite honest. Honestly at this point Himawari is going to awaken her Tenseigan and like one shot resurrected Ishiki. Yo, the levels are ridiculous this honestly. Okay. If this continues to be the thing, I might just cancel the stream, but I'll continue talking for now. So I've said it before, and I'll say it time and time again. The Boruto anime, honestly, its main problem is a lot of the arcs in themselves are pretty decent. They're watchable to say the least, but it comes on to when it becomes like assessing it from an overarching standpoint where you're watching and it starts to feel like the story isn't really going anywhere really. And more so, this discussion isn't just about just Boruto as Boruto, but more so Boruto as a product and how the general public really, why they would see it as trash despite the current positive reception to the story right now, I would say. And there's a lot of ways to look at it. One, a lot of persons would say that, especially when it comes down to the general masses, things only seem like they're hype once Naruto and Sasuke are on display. It was a case with episode 65, more recently, Naruto and Sasuke vs. Jigen. Of course, the co-op episode 189 was hype as well, and episode 175 was cool. But honestly, in terms of the masses, most of them would say, yo, seems like it's only when Naruto and Sasuke are in are in some major fight is when things really blow up. I can see persons looking at it like that. I'm not saying that is the case when it comes down to Boruto, but I could see the general everyday anime watcher who's not too into Boruto but was invested in Naruto, I could see them seeing it like that. Two, of course, with the problems with the anime when it comes on to the first 100 or so episodes, 150 give or take, in terms of things with each arc feeling decent but doesn't feel like it's going anywhere in the grand scheme of things. It's like as a product itself, I could see a lot of persons saying, yo, the investment I'm going to put in for 150 episodes for the story to kind of feel like it's going somewhere. I can get payoff with such an investment in 5 other anime that could do it in probably 20 episodes. You see me? So it's kind of like more of a comparing products thing, more of a kind of from a production standpoint. So that's really what I'm trying to kind of get at, to say that at the end of the day, I do feel persons who trash Boruto are justified, but at the end of the day, the objective truth is that Boruto is not trash. It is definitely not a bad series, but when it comes on a production standpoint and the decisions that were made from a production standpoint, that's where things kind of fall apart for the general masses and why they would consider it as trash. There are other series that are 100 episodes in. No, the problem isn't Boruto being 200 plus episodes in, and yes, there are other series that are like hundreds of episodes in. The problem is, comparatively speaking, as a product, for example, being 200 episodes in, a person could get much more out of a other series that's 200 episodes in comparison to Boruto. Alright, probably not even 200. A good example is that someone could get what Boruto gave them in 200 episodes in probably 15. is what I'm saying. So I would just use that to mark and say that this is why persons, the general masses, would. It's one of the factors that really contribute to persons saying Boruto is trash. That's all I'm saying with that example, essentially. Of course, I don't think Boruto is trash, but the discussion is centered around, persons who still think Boruto is trash, despite its current positive reception. And does the current positive reception, does it make the rocky start, or the perception that the beginning was trash, does it kind of negate it? That's basically where I'm coming from with this discussion here. So I'm not crapping on Boruto or anything. So yeah, so I'm just giving my subjective opinion. Well, subjective opinion, yeah. And talking the objective truth as well. So yeah, that's basically where I'm coming from with the discussion. So of course you guys can continue to let me know. Dragon Ball's fame because they never evolved past Goku and Vegeta. I agree as well. The problem with Dragon Ball is that a lot of the times, well, there's no supporting cast. What about the beginning was trash series? What about the beginning was trash? Serious question. Alright. It's kind of like, as I said, I'm kind of looking at it how the general masses would look at it, really. It's not that the beginning, the story itself isn't trash, right? But subjectively, for me personally, I'm watching it and I'm saying, alright, each individual arc is pretty decent, actually. I mean, the arc with Sumere, decent, fine, cool. I mean, keeping up with the Uchihas, Naruto Gaiden, decent arc, written by Kishimoto himself, no problem. Yeah, no problem there. Miss Village, cool. I forgot the name of the Bandits arc with Shikadai, cool. Boruto the movie arc, we already saw it, but cool. Mitsuki stuff, cool. This is the thing. I feel like persons are going to say it's trash because, okay, you started with Kawaki flash forward, fine, cool, the ultimate clickbait. And it's like each arc in itself is decent, but I'm saying organically moving from arc to arc to arc and building towards that flash forward, it kind of feels like 100 episodes in. The arcs in themselves, they kind of start, middle, finish, but they kind of, in terms of connecting to each other and building towards that Kawaki thing, it's kind of like, I can see persons asking where is the series going, and I can see persons naturally dropping the series at some point, is what I'm saying. So again, I'm not saying, personally, I'm not saying it's trash, but I can understand the perspective of the general masses who would say it's trash. Again, is what I'm saying. The biggest example I could give, 100 or 200 episodes in as a product, a lot of persons would say that what they would get from Boruto in 100 or 200 episodes, they can get from a lot of other series in probably about 12. It doesn't even have to be a seasonal series. It could be any other series. They would probably say, I can get this in 12 or 15 episodes. The only manga content is the movie and the band's arc and Kawaki arc, and all of those were hyped up. Yeah, because what I'm saying as well, in the grand scheme of things right now, right? Like a person who's watched through, like most of us here now, who's watched through a lot of those episodes, and we've made it to 200 plus episodes in, is like, for instance, I don't think a lot of persons like, oh shit, when am I gonna see Denki again? When am I gonna see Iwabe again? Or Team 99? You know, it's just like, in the grand scheme of things, I can see the general pop anime community saying, okay, did it really matter in the grand scheme of things? That's what I'm saying, isn't it? Yeah, it's like, you see, you get what I mean, William. I'm not saying it's trash either, but to have a constructive discussion on the topic, we have to look at it from a production standpoint and how the decisions from a production standpoint is going to affect the perception of somebody, of the general viewer, if I'm being honest. Because if I'm being honest, I was reviewing Boruto. I was reviewing episodes from episode 1 up to a certain point, and then when you see me drop episodes, like drop reviewing the anime, like that's a sign that I'm basically my thing is, people can say, for example, hey, why am I going to start One Piece when I have to watch 900 sub plus episodes? All right, yeah, I can understand the comparison to say like One Piece, but if I'm being honest, comparing apples to apples, for example, if I were to compare the first 40 episodes of One Piece, the first 40 episodes of Boruto, trust me, One Piece blows Boruto out of the water. And that's what I'm trying to really get across to you guys, is that the level of returns on the investment they place into Series A and Boruto, persons generally are going to get much more back on their investment from Series A versus Boruto, is what I'm saying. And the One Piece, compared to One Piece, is a good example, because trust me, 40 episodes into One Piece, trust me, it's worlds apart compared to Boruto, if I'm being honest. Go on, Trunks, go 10, Bulla, they do have cards they don't use. Gary B, yeah, I definitely agree. This is what I personally feel, they definitely need to go past the end of Z. Having things, not saying these new introductions like Granola and, well, Brawl is definitely a good plus, and Frieza coming back, and we have this whole multiverse of options isn't a good thing, but I think one of the biggest things with Dragon Ball that's keeping it back is the whole decision to not go past the end of Z for some reason. So they definitely need to do that, especially since, because even though within each arc there can be tension, in the grand scheme of things, when you really think outside the arc, everybody's pretty good at the end of Z. So it's like, so they need to mix it up a bit, care about the supporting characters in, and push forward from there. This is why I kind of praise Black Clover. I mean, being almost 300 chapters in, and they've kind of managed to keep the supporting characters more than relevant. So yeah. Andrew Dixon, yeah, the story is good enough, but it's dragged out. And I think the biggest thing people want to know is that all these arcs that they've watching like 100, 150 episodes in, will they matter in the grand scheme of things? How's Dragon Ball right now going to even make sense if they go to the end of Z? How is it going to make sense? I mean, we still have Oob. We have a next generation of characters to work with. We still have, well, I mean, debatably Gohan, Goten, Trunks, Bulla, Bra. We have a multiverse of characters to go through, so we can definitely go beyond the end of Z. It's not like there isn't material or potential stories to work with, especially with the nature of Dragon Ball being kind of writing it on the fly. So it's not like going to the end of Z and going past it isn't like feasible. You get me? Unless they definitely don't want to say, oh shit, we have GT, even though it's not quote unquote canon. Probably they don't want to conflict with that. I don't know, but I just feel like they need to go past the end of Z. It's kind of ridiculous that we're supposed to have quote unquote, well, they didn't explicitly say 10 years at peace, right? But 10 years later in the original Dragon Ball manga, and all these things are happening in the 10 years. It's crazy if you ask me. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I think we're going to get something from same thing from GT. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But trust me, for me, if they go past the end of Z, it would really make things a lot more interesting, to say the least. Anthony, what's up, man? Yo, I've been having a host of problems when it comes down to this stream. So honestly, in rewatching it, you'll realize that unless the stream itself just skips to the parts where I come back and it starts working, this is this is probably my worst end of month live stream ever, dog. Honestly. But what's up, man? You good? Buy off your tin food for the staff. Ah boy, trust me, trust me. Turn off the AC. I feel like a bit. Jeez, peace. But yeah, definitely need to go past the end of Z when it comes on to when it comes on to Dragon Ball. If I'm being honest, because and then I know Dragon Ball kind of has that culture of just being written on the fly, but I think it could benefit from them just taking the time to start planning stuff because as we see with the whole granola stuff, are just I think Dragon Ball kind of has a contradictory vibe where they say this one arc and then it kind of somewhat seemingly contradicts some things. It's kind of on display right now with the whole Ultra Instinct debacle. Andrew, definitely agree with you. I've done, I've talked to Death about this. I have a dedicated video talking about the fact that they started the Boruto anime too early. Because again, William, I know you're a big pro early Boruto fan in terms of the anime, but I'll say it and I say it again. If Boruto were to start next year, if you could rewrite the timeline and Boruto was to end up starting in 2022 instead, I personally feel that a lot of the arcs we got would have either been omitted or they would have been drastically different and or shorter, if I'm being quite honest. Because at the end of the day, there was just no content to work with when it comes on to early Boruto. Because manga 20, we have Boruto movie 2015, Boruto manga 2016, which had it being the first 9 to 10 chapters recapping the movie. And yes, I know it was to set up the whole Momoshiki implanting karma. Fine. Which is alright, but it still seems like 9 to 10 months of something that we just saw a few months ago. And then we start the anime not even 12 months after that in terms of this from chapter 1, but like about 10 to 11 months. So it's like not the best. Like early Boruto fan, I just don't think Boruto bad. Alright, fine. I can work with that opinion. And I'm of the same. I feel the same. It wasn't bad, but it just I just don't see myself. I don't see myself going back and rewatching Boruto from episode 1. My opinion on that could change. That's only natural. But personally, right now in this one, I don't see myself rewatching early Boruto, unless it's like for the sake of a video. Fine. So it kind of comes down to that. And as I said, I think when it comes on from the perspective of persons who still trash Boruto and probably don't want to give it a shot, they fear that 150 episodes of their time doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. That's the thing. Because as I said, as I was kind of jokingly saying right now, where we are right now, is anybody, oh shit, Denki's been out of the story for so long. When am I going to see him again? Is anybody really saying that? Honestly. So that kind of helps to bring my point across in terms of the perception of the general masses when it comes on to the Boruto franchise. So, oh, you have all the DVDs. Good vibes, good vibes. All right, cool. What's your opinion on it, Gary B? Am I making sense, or or is my perception of what the general masses think too harsh? Granted, at the same time, the argument could be made on the pro early Boruto production standpoint that it's just marketed towards a different audience. Really. Movie Kevin and the bands are don't for me. You see, to me, honestly, too harsh. Alright, fine. To me, like when I was reading the manga for the first time, like I don't know, it just felt like a breath of fresh air for me because it kind of felt like the story was going somewhere. If I'm being quite honest, I actually felt like it was going somewhere. Uh, Anthony, what say you? If you're still here. Because personally, I don't think I'm being too harsh personally. Um, it's just how I feel that the general like persons like your genuine Naruto fan, right? Like probably like your Heavenly Controller, your King of Lightning, or Forever World, or like none of the major ones, or just generally your everyday Naruto watcher. This is how I think they feel about the Boruto series, despite right now it being received positively. I think their perception of it, or at least I would say an objective standpoint, well, I can't say I am objective, but on an objective standpoint, the beginning was rocky from a production standpoint. Thinking that's where it's going. Otsutsuki King. Listen, people. We're gonna reach the point where we have Soruto, Boruto Next Generations will have starships in space fighting it out. And then, listen, it's going to be ridiculous. But the start was not good. That's that. Andrew Dixon. Um, to me, it wasn't bad. It's just the decisions from a production standpoint. Honestly, if I'm being quite honest, a lot of the arcs, if they were reworked a bit in terms of how they were executed, and if they were executed to contribute to the overall story in a way that really matters to the people who generally bash Boruto, trust me, the Boruto anime would be even better. And I'm not saying a lot of the arcs don't contribute to the grand scheme of things when it comes on to the characters and their experiences and the things they go through. Obviously, something must matter with those 150 episodes. But in the grand scheme of things, again, then when you kind of break it down to the nitty gritty, the general watcher is going to say like those 150 episodes, like, eh. Like some things definitely do contribute. Like for example, the arc with Jugo and eventually Sumire deciding to go to the Scientific Ninja Research Institute. You know, she came to that decision and thing. You know, stuff like that. Uzumaki vibes seasonal. Well, you guys know I feel. I've said it before. I also feel it should have been seasonal. William would disagree, but I I would have preferred it being seasonal. Or again, if it wasn't seasonal, is either seasonal or it started later. It could have still been weekly, but it could have started like instead of 2017, probably 2019, and then starting 2019, they could have reworked a lot of the arcs, or actually gave some thought to actually adapt some of the novels, because I've always promoted the idea that the novels always are based on the content that I hear that come from them. It always to me stands as content that I feel persons would want to see and would be willing to watch and go through while waiting on the manga to build up more. So honestly, that would have been the greatest compromise in terms of I guess solidifying or capturing the interest of not just Boruto fans, but the general anime community. You can imagine getting one of those Sasuke novels in some decent animation, seeing Sasuke going all out and yo, hype, honestly. So it's what I'm saying. So again, at the end of the day, the answers to the questions is yes, I do believe that the criticisms that persons have about Boruto, at least early Boruto, is justified. Let me actually go back to my description that I wrote for this stream here. Okay, cool. Tired seasonal. Hold on. Wait. All right, so As it stands, yes, again, the general masses are justified in their early criticisms of Boruto. Does a recent positive changes make up for 150 episodes? I mean, going by the law of averages, no. I don't think it makes up for it just yet. Um so there's that. Um but I am looking forward to seeing where things go with the remainder of the Boruto anime as we near closer and closer to the recent chapters, because we're about to hit adapting chapter 40. So it's going to be very interesting to see what is going to happen once we catch up. Because depending on the content that they put forward to kind of buy time for the manga to build up again, it's going to, based on the law of averages, if it's going to be more of what we got in the early days, then it's not going to be a good look, people. Either that, or they say, okay, we'll end this and rebrand and ship out a new Boruto Shippuden. I don't know, maybe. This time is not filler packed, I'm okay. If they, I'm telling you, if they were at chapter 60 this month, 60, and we're at July, August, September, October, November, December. 5 chapters to end off the year after this. If we do head into the time skip, say January is the first chapter of the time skip, right? 5 months, 5 fours, 20. That's about 20 to 25 more episodes for the year, give or take. They slow down the pace a bit. In 25 episodes, we could be at the Ishiki fight, or where we are now in 25 episodes. And at that point, they'll either have to introduce some serious quote-unquote filler or call it off. But given how things run with money and the fact that Boruto is doing so well in terms of revenue for TV Tokyo, it seems, them calling it off, probably not. Probably not. Let me Sunday. Watch my let me twist its potential. Yo, Andrew, but not like yo. Rate the comparison there. But say yo, come on, get up every Sunday watch like a church mago. Serious. But yeah, I get him. Totally get him. And as much as I don't consider the anime trash, I would definitely agree with him saying that Boruto as an anime could have been much better and could have been better received across the board in the anime community, if I'm being honest. If I am being honest. But it is what it is. We're 200 episodes now. It's pretty good right now, to say the least. So, but at the end of the day, the law of averages does what, 40 great episodes make up for the previous 150? Law of averages would say no. So we just have to go on hold of it and see where things go. And yeah, but at the end of the day, I will tell anybody that says Boruto is trash that it's not trash. But I can understand where they're coming from in terms of their perception and the problems that the decisions from a production standpoint have caused for the series. So that's really and truly it at the end of the day. So as it stands right now, I'm gonna open up Discord and you guys can talk with me about anything you want to talk about, really. And then we can just call it a night after a while. So pretty much that. I'm hoping to get up a decent time tomorrow to actually react and review tomorrow's episode. Should be fun. Mm, 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 mm. Again, guys, yo, sorry about the whole issues with the stream from before. Like, I don't know why I've been having so much problems with the stream. Honestly, sorry again. Do 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 do. Come on, guys, opening up Discord. What do you guys? You want a free for all or just one at a time? Let me know. Let me know. Do. Close off some of these stuff here. Let's see. That may have still has the potential to be a great anime. Yeah, man, it still definitely has the potential. As I'm saying, on the pro early Boruto side, one of the arguments that someone could have is that at the end of the day, it probably was marketed to a different audience. So the whole self-contained nature of those arcs wouldn't really have been a problem. So yeah, it's really I would say more seasoned persons when it comes on to anime and more seasoned person when it comes on to the Naruto franchise would have had a negative response to getting invested in the Boruto anime, really and truly. And it's not, the interesting thing is that these persons who trash it, a lot of times it's not that they don't give it a shot, they do. They do. So it's not that they don't give it a shot. All right, yo, the Discord channel is open for anybody that wants to jump on. Let me just edit it because right now I think only one other person can join. Let me just open it up to more than 2 persons, and you guys can jump on if you want. You can have a little in the stream discussion here if you want. No pressure. No pressure. Small streaming issues. Good night for all those just coming in. We're opening up the Discord lines, the call lines. For anybody that wants to join and have a little discussion here about anything. One of the major topics for tonight, of course, was Boruto and the fact that it is been pretty darn good manga and anime wise right now, but has the recent increase in quality justify, or does it, justify the rocky start? And are the persons who trashed it at the start, are they justified? And where are those persons coming from? That's what we have here for tonight. But it is the quote-unquote end of month stream that I had to reschedule for tonight. So, of course, I am open to talk to you guys about anything else and any other series that, is going on in my rearview mirror. Of course, funny enough, I did recently finish watching Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, and that was a definite good one. I really did enjoy it, if I'm being quite honest. Pretty wholesome, especially. Yeah, story can go so many ways. Wow, it's crazy to think we're like 6 months into the year right now. Is it 6? No, 7th. Yeah, 7 months. 7 months. It's crazy. It's the end last year. This time, I don't think I was even at 600 subs. So who knows? Maybe we'll have a explosion of growth when it comes onto the channel. When it comes on to October, November again, who knows? Let's see. where we go with the channel this month. Do. There was so many ways. But yo, with chapter 60 coming up, like, yo, I think I'm done waiting, dogs. I really want to see what's happening with Kash and Koji. It's been too long. It's been like what, over 12 chapters at this point since we last saw him. So it's like, when are we gonna see him again? Because there's no way Kodachi was done with him, and it's too much of an opportunity for Kishimoto to write some interesting emotional conflicts in the story. So I don't think Kashin Koji is done with when it comes on to the Boruto story, if I'm being honest. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my. And Sasuke being the focus, not Boruto story. Yeah. I mean, that is a line to really hang on to in terms of Naruto being a part of his story for a bit, but I think once this time skip comes in, trust me, it's going to be dynamic. Listen, I'm looking forward to that Naruto Sasuke, it's not Naruto, that Naruto Boruto team up when two and like Boruto is kind of on equal footing with Naruto, quote unquote, and two of them do that father son team up. But yo, that would be sick. I'm looking forward to that. Question: do you think the Jogan is evolved Byakugan, being that Boruto has autistic tracker from both parents, leading him to awaken it? You know, it could be. All of the Otsuki clan have Byakugans, so the Jogan could be an evolved Byakugan. It could be. It could be. But still needs to be. We still need to kind of wait and see what Kishimoto is going to do, because in terms of the Jogan explicitly being called the Jogan, there hasn't been anything like in the manga to say X, Y, or Z just yet, or at least to really tie things back to the anime. Again, another big plot point that hasn't really been connected between the two of them. Come back and help Naruto fight Code. That will be touching to see. Yeah, trust me. Caution Koji working with Naruto. I'm just imagining the emotional conflict that's gonna come out of all of this, really, when it comes on to Naruto finally meeting back, well, quote unquote, Jiraiya. So that's going to be a fun experience, if I do say so myself. Yo, just imagine it, man. Like Naruto just breaking down, meeting Kashin Koji, or at least cussing off Amado and say, "Yo, how could you do this, fam, man? Thing, like, why didn't you tell me our X, Y, and Z?" I've been saying. But I'm kind of suspecting that Amado might be in touch with Kashin Koji still. Might be. Because apart from Sumeru's suspicions, it was chapter 50. I think it was during the Ishiki fight when Sumeru was looking back over at Amado. And it seemed like he was mumbling or speaking into like a device or something. So there's somebody that Amado is in contact with. So it could be Kashin Koji. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. If I could. So there's that. Question to you guys. Do you think the Boruto characters or antagonists are too strong? I mean, I know it's shonen and you kind of have to continuously be escalating the level of the the threats, but do you think they're too strong? Or at least, how do you think, like, for example, the Kara members, how would they fare in the Fourth Great Ninja War? Like, how do you rank them? Because it's crazy when you really think about it. New mentions, new video alert. I could delete these messages. I just make them stay. Can't bother. Can't be bothered. Reach. One same doing a whiz. Right now that moment the hurricane for come and just mash down the place or anything. But I was expecting some rain at least. And there's no rain here yet. At least some rain for just cool down the place, you know. That's all I'm asking. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Boom, boom, boom. I actually have some overdue videos or stuff to do. I was requested. I was requested to do, I believe, one of those anime rank. Okay, I should have it in the stream here. Hold on. Should be in general madness. One of those rank. They'll kind of pull the picture and rank the characters like tier rankings. I'm supposed to do one of that. Maybe I could just do it now if it's on stream. If I can just find the link the person had sent me. Was it General Madness? Or was it not General Madness? This mouse being stupid. Let's see. Boruto manga. That's it. Yo, me disappointed. No, it's so that way, but me disappointed. Yo, me just want some little Korean, brother. Honestly. Shit. Can't find my link, guys. Boom, 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 boom. Somewhere here. Somewhere. Oh, Clyde, what? Can I find like a list of all the links I've been posted in Discord? This is some time ago though. 5th, 6th. Or was it in my direct messages? Anthony Akugo. Oh, here we are. I guess since we're on stream, we could do it now. Or I can turn off one of them lights, yeah. Hopefully it doesn't make it too dark. Yeah, too dark. Turn on about one of them. Alright, we're good again. Alright. We got time to kill. Boruto characters. Alright, so I guess I could do this in terms of, you know, strength. So this should be interesting. Of course, my personal tier list, if I do say so myself, would go something like Genin, Chunin, Jonin, Kage, Super Ninja, God level. Yeah, basically that. So this should be fun and interesting. Please do not, do not kill me too much. It just take long to load. Think I hear rain outside. Give me 1 second. Yes. All right. Yeah, I somewhat agree, Andrew, in terms of when he's at least when I would say in terms of saving Boruto, in terms of it becoming super mainstream. That's what I would define as saving Boruto. But as it stands right now, I think things are at a good place. Alright, guys, so Boruto character tier list. You think I'd do a dedicated stream for this alone? That's not the case. Alright, so I might first switch these around as we go along. Whom can I put at the bottom? So people like Kabuto, I put in A tier. I mean, some of them are pretty obvious in terms of where I'd rank them, but I'm trying to kind of go through the list first. I'd put Boruto in C tier. And of course, I'm doing this based on current manga knowledge. Mine's up to something. Why does he want to give Kawaki another karma? Does he know he might die? Yeah, I mean, it is pretty suspicious in terms of him just wanting to give Kawaki the karma like that. Definitely sus. Definitely sus. Like, the thing that we're missing, and I talked with Betty about this, is that we need that Amado flashback. We really need it, and we need to see what the formation of Kara was like. So, yeah. Those two things really hold all the answers. So we have Sarada at C tier as well, behind Boruto. Mitsuki above Sarada. I have these characters in D tier. I don't even remember her name. Shikadai was actually, even though he hasn't really done anything in the manga, like fighting wise recently, I would actually put him in C tier as well. He did pretty decently against Boruto in the Chunin exams, but definitely nowhere, well, not on Boruto's level, but probably base Boruto would be the same tier. You know, probably, what do you guys think? Move Boruto and Mitsuki up to B tier? I mean, Mitsuki was able to fight Shino, and Boruto in level 1 karma is able to go up against a suppressed BS Naruto. You can probably put him up to B tier. Yeah. That's... might change this around as we go along, if I'm being honest. Sakura is definitely A tier, but below Kabuto, obviously. I definitely put Kashi above Sakura. Metal Lee, C tier. Iwabe is a strong contender behind Sarada, I would say. You know, the thing is, I would want to see Sumire really do something again. But she's actually much more capable than her recent showings in the manga. But I definitely put her behind Sarada. Guys, let me know what you think about my rankings. Of course, Denki's father's D tier. Himawari. I mean, when she gets serious, do I dare put her above Sarada? What do you guys think? Himawari above Sarada? Jeez, peace. That's only once she gets serious, though. Alright, put her in the C tier. If she could consciously control that level of skill, I would probably put her in B tier. And Tamari, I'll put her in A tier. Rock Lee, I'm tempted to say Rock Lee. Well, we haven't seen him do anything much, but if we were to rescale him and say he's probably on par with where Guy was and can use the 8 gates, I'll probably put him in A tier. Yo, Anko has become such a joke, honestly. I'd probably put her behind. Yo, that Anko behind. Well, yeah, I think I could go. And, you know, funny, I think I'd put Mitsuki above Boruto. Chocho, she isn't bad. Hanabi. A tier. Mizukage. You know, honestly, the Miss Village are kind of. He didn't have the best showing, dog. I'll put him there for now. Denki? Yeah, D tier, definitely. Gara is definite A tier. Okay. Yashi. He's pretty old now. But he is a long time vet. I don't know. What do you guys... Oh, I'm probably blocking some of the rankings. Let me just move myself out of the way here. Or smallify myself a bit more. Alright, so that's better, I feel. Alright, so it's a very interesting part of the stream, people. We are ranking Boruto characters, or Naruto character, Naruto slash Boruto, based on my knowledge up until the latest chapter. Still have a few characters to go. Ino, where would I put Ino? I mean, her mind transfer jutsu, but in terms of combat, I'd probably put. Tempted to put Ino in B tier. Yeah, right above Uncle. Does that seem right? Mitsuki and Boruto above Ino and Anko. Does that sound right? Of course, this is taking consideration Mitsuki with Sage Mode and Boruto with level 1 Karma, not Borushiki level 2, just level 1. Let me know. Orochimaru is definitely S tier, but he's going to fall towards the end of that more than likely. She, I would say C tier. Boom. Guy's in a wheelchair now, but I'm pretty sure he should still be able to fight. Eh, eh, eh. He should still be able to activate the gates. Alright, so let's put Guy. Yo, I seriously don't think you should not really get a tier, but I saw it go. Inojin, who isn't really that bad. I would probably put Inojin below Shikadai. Alright. Kagura, right? Kagura, that's what's his name? He was fairly on Boruto's level at the time, at least, but I definitely would probably put him above Sumire. Karin. I mean, those Uzumaki chains are pretty OP, and I imagine she has pretty much should be able to use them on a whim. So, and she did kind of take down Guru. Some Uzumaki chains. Let's put her in A tier. Below Guy. No, probably below Guy. One of the two. Choji's wife. They're up there at B's. But then again, these characters haven't really fought in a while, right? I don't know what to put. I'm gonna come back to her. Trashamaru. Jeez a beast. Tempted to put Shamar in a B tier. What do you guys think? Above, you know? Or below Boruto? Put it like that for now. Troji himself can definitely go in A tier. Long time vet. Below. I have to reorganize some of these people. Kurenai hasn't done anything for the longest while still, but I imagine she still should have some skill. So, putting her in C tier. Well, B tier, but we don't. Kiba. A tier below. That. People like Momoshiki. I gotta say, Momoshiki and Kinshiki above Oro. Oro should be pretty busted right now, too. Log. I'd probably put Log. I don't really know much about him. So I'll put him up below Hiyashi there. So, Lord and Savior 1010, clearly S tier. Shit. S tier. 1010 above Boruto? I don't know which one to put 1010, honestly. Put her yourself in now. Shizune should be pretty capable. It's a decent moveset. A tier, low tier, A tier. Shinki. definitely up there. So Shino, slow, and put Shino. Well, right there. Hmm. Udon. Should be about the same tier as Suigetsu. Probably below Karin, if anything. I'm not even sure who this is. Moegi. And probably on the same tier there, so Mr. Copycat Uchiha. Totally forgotten his name. Shin, yeah, Shin. Able to fight Sakura. Yeah, put it right there. Hinata is definitely. I mean, she still has Hamura's pose. You know, I'm kind of sorry that I didn't really talk more about if Hinata still has Hamura's pose or anything. And like on Naruto and Sasuke got the 6 pass upgrades, I imagine what she got from Hamura should have been like her quote unquote 6 pass upgrade, but they don't really do anything with her. Hinata's definitely A tier. But I'm not even sure where to put her. I'm not sure for this for now. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I guess I'm still connected to this thing. If you guys still want to join, that probably might be ending after this, but let me know. Shikamaru. Genius himself. Definitely A tier. Not far off from Tamari, really. Let's put Shikamaru there. Sai. Leader the Anbu. What about Shikamaru? Sounds fair. Shoji's wife. Don't remember her name. Night Village. She's part of B's crew. I'm for the rest for now. Of course, Naruto and Sasuke. I guess this is gonna be the whole who's stronger now, eh? Put Sasuke there and Naruto above him. Devon, didn't you join earlier and I said to read? Just read the description. I don't I don't hate Boruto. Just read the description. The aim for the title, and if you read the description, it was to have a productive or a constructive conversation about Boruto, right? Given the fact that it has gotten a decent positive reception as of late when it comes down to both anime and manga, but at the same time, persons still trash on it and still hate it. So I was coming into the stream with the whole discussion that, okay, are persons still justified in trashing it, or at least were they justified in the beginning to trash it? And does the, I guess, recent 40 episodes of positivity and hype and greatness, does it negate the rocky start? That's it. Fibs. Somebody had asked me in the Discord server to do a tier list, a month or so ago. And I was gonna end the stream and it came back to me. It's like, hey, okay, why not just do the tier list while I'm here? So yeah. pretty much pretty much that. So this is my tentative tier list based on my current knowledge up to the latest chapter of Boruto. I feel like some characters could definitely be switched on, off and on, here and there. But of course, in D tier, we have Denki's dad, last. Woman I don't remember or know. Denki, other girl, can't remember her name, with a scream. I would have ranked Himawari higher, but consider that she doesn't have conscious 24/7 control over her abilities, then well, I'm basing it on power and skill and everything. So yeah, essentially. So yeah, I would have ranked Himawari higher, but consider she doesn't have 24/7 control. It's like, I would have put her in B tier if she did, but that's not the case. So yeah. Persons like Chocho and this girl and Metal Lee and Inojin and Shikadai and Wabe, I think they're decent in terms of where they are. Persons like Kagura, Sumerian, Sarada, I definitely think head C tier without a doubt. Sumeri, she's proven from the first arc in the anime, she's much more dangerous than you could give her credit for, despite her recent showings. Events of shifting Shikiri and Kakashi. Good because otherwise there would have been some shifting Shikiri and Kakashi. You mean less than? Kurenai for the bottom of B tier. I mean, she hasn't done anything in years, but I imagine she should still have that muscle memory being a ninja. Her and Uncle, despite them just being definitely put them above. But given given Ino's like abilities and track record, I'm tempted to say Shinki and Boruto are above her. Of course, this is Shinki based on his performance in the Chunin exam, and Boruto with level 1 karma. So yeah. Granted, the Trashamaru and his comrades are, despite being trashed, are still pretty competent here and there. So I still put them above Boruto level 1 karma. And Lord and Savior Tenten herself. Mitsuki with Sage mode is But I've been tempted to put him at the bottom, like low tier, A tier. But I put him at the top of B tier for now. Shizune, I think her name was Karui. Was it Karui? Choji's current wife. You know, he used to be in the Lightning Village. Roller Killer being those people. Yeah, and most of the persons like from Naruto's generation who are in like the 4th grade ninja war, I'm putting, at the lower part of A tier. Shino, I mean, he did perform really well against Sage Mode Mitsuki without the intent to kill. So even though he said he was going all out, but so I definitely put him in the lower tier, but it's not too far from Mitsuki. So I think this is pretty much accurate. Guy could have potentially been higher, if I'm being honest. Especially since he should be able to still use the 8 gates. That would definitely put him in S tier. But given that he's in a wheelchair and thing, we'll put him there for now. Suigetsu is, water style ridiculousness. Karin with, those Uzumaki chains are busted. I could probably put Karin higher if I'm being honest. Like, all things considered with her, I could probably put her like really high. Probably move her there when I think about it. No, those Uzumaki chains, imagine she's managed to, sort things out in terms of consciously like using them. Yeah, she's a long time veteran and thing. Shin, I mean, Shin's pretty competent. Well, and he did beat Sakura, so probably should put that there. Yeah. I mean, Garo should be leagues stronger than he was in the fourth grade ninja war. Hmm. Yo, Konoha should either be killed or they should give him like a character arc. One of the two. I mean, Kakashi, I've heard from the novels that he's actually way stronger now. Lee should be comparable to what Guy was in the war, if not a bit stronger. Plus, he should have the 8 gates by now. Kabuto, broken as all hell. We know this. Even though Orochimaru took back his power, Kabuto should be ridiculous. Orochimaru himself, I probably would have put him above Kinshiki and Momoshiki, but considering we don't know like how far he's gone in terms of power over all these years, I'll put him at the bottom of S tier for now. Of course, Momoshiki and Kinshiki, Sasuke and Naruto individually are stronger than either of them, really and truly. Honestly, I mean, if I was in Naruto and Sasuke's shoes, I would have just wasted Kinshiki and Momoshiki. Like, because if you really do the math, I mean, Momoshiki absorbed Kinshiki and then drained Naruto of 50% of his chakra. And then, of course, the usual excuse with Mr. Chakraless himself. He's been swapping. He brought all the Kages to the dimension, so he wasn't at 100% either. And the fact that the two of them could basically run circles around them, or well, I guess around Fuse Momoshiki. Then individually, Momoshiki and Kinshiki is separate and apart. They're in the same tier, but nah, they're not on Naruto and Sasuke's level. So yeah, I think this tier list is more or less accurate. Could switch one or two around, but I think I can go with it for now. What do you guys think? Mm-hmm. Whoa. Let's see here. Third stream is going good. Let's see. Mouse being stupid. Plug this out here. Plug this back in here. Alright, cool. Alright. Well, that's it for the tier list. I'll probably take a picture of this or something. But if no one's going to join the Discord chat, I think I might call it that for now. Nobody's gonna join. So I've done the tier list. I'll probably post it as my as a YouTube community post. And I guess you guys could let me know what you think. Don't crucify me, please. But yeah, that's it. Nobody's gonna join. But yeah, respect for coming out for the 2 persons that are left here at this point. A lot of issues tonight when it comes on to the stream. I don't know if it's a case where the bitrate I had it too high or what the case may be. As you can see here, put this back to 3500 and just try it one more time before going to see if it causes any problems. All right. Ooh. Oh boy. Here's just one final test to see if the bitrate stays consistent. Alright. Bring this back up here. Do. Do. Ooh. Wait, bio? Giant Littman. Yeah, I'm basing it based on strength, skill, all that jazz and blues. What do you think? Because I was literally about to end the stream. Because nobody's really joining the Discord to talk, and chat seems like it's gone silent. Yum yum yum. That's a good question. When I loaded the page, he wasn't on there. But if I were to put him on there, I would put him. Well, granted, if it's current Kawaki, then I'd probably put him before or after Boruto. One of the two. One of the two. Because that would be Kawaki without Karma. Again, as I said, this list could probably do us with a bit switching up. It depends heavily on like how you see Boruto, honestly, in terms of, you know, how does he rank against persons like Konohamaru and Shoji and those type of characters. So it really just depends on that. Granted, if Boruto gets to the point where you can consciously activate like level 2 karma without losing control to Momoshiki, then he instantly jumps from like B rank to at least like mid-tier A rank at least. If not S. But yeah. And that's the same thing for Kawaki once he gets back his artificial karma. If it's a case where his new level 2 karma is going to be just tapping into Ishiki's power, then he would jump up to S tier as well. And then person like Himawari would jump up to B tier if she can consciously control her abilities. And then if she gets training, she would be like low tier A, I would say. So rather, when she gets her Mangekyo, would be like more or less where Mitsuki is, if not low tier A. So yeah, pretty much that. Yeah, it really is. Let me just save. Or at least should probably like take a picture or something, or snippets. Alright, let's just save, yeah. Alright, that was my Noel stuff. Let's put you there. Let's see. Anime and manga. Let's see if I go back to Boruto, if it would load back a updated list or something. Respect bio. Respect. Make them moving slow. Very good in terms of stream yours as well. Computer moving real slow thereby. Anime. Oh wait, hold on. It's getting hot in here with all these lights. Alright. Can I search Boruto? Oh. Alright. What do you guys feel about doing just one more tier list? Why is there so many Boruto characters? It says tier list. Alright, let's pick one. Let's go with this, because it has Madara on it. Oh, you know what? Let me create templates. That's what I should do. Ah, but I have to create an account. Can't bother with that, brother. Alright, let's go back. Can't bother. Think we could just freestyle and just create something. Like, it's not that serious. Can't bother. So this one has what? Can't really make out those kanji. Intermediate. Superior Ninja B, Superior Ninja A, Kage C, B, A, S. Semi 6-part Siege, 6-part Siege, World's Strongest. And these are the characters I have to go by. Oh, I guess that's a pretty big list. Alright, I think we'll have to save the tier list for another time, bro. This one's would be long to really go through. Yeah, I think I'll save it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a pretty productive, conductive, all sorts seductive conversation in regards to Boruto and it being quote unquote trash from the perspective of the general anime community, and if they were justified, and if the recent improvements justify the rocky start. I think this was a nice conversation. I think I got my point across. Again, this stream, I'm not gonna unlist it, but I'm kind of worried it's gonna have all that connection problems I was having early in the stream in it. So again, if someone's rewatching this by some miracle and reaches to this point, again, apologies for the 1,000,001 connection issues. I don't know if it was an ISP thing or what the case may be, because when I dropped my bitrate in OBS, it started working better, much better. But now I have my bitrate back to what it was at the start, and I haven't had any drops. So it's like, I don't know. Might be an ISP issue. It's the most issues I've had streaming, like, ever. Especially with 2 consecutive streams, because I tried doing this stream a few days ago and it wasn't working out either. So yeah. But anyway, tomorrow's episode, what, 206? So the fight against Boruto is starting and it's gonna be a fun time. So I guess I'll see you guys then and there. Any final things you guys in the chat want to say before we call it that? 3 persons, let me know. I'll give you like a minute. to get your shit together and type something. It's 11 o'clock my time now. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Well, all right. I guess that's it. Respect for coming out again, guys. See you tomorrow for the Boruto episode and review. And I might have something else in mind. But anyway, see you guys.